What's going on, guys and gals? Stock Jock here, up $4,000 on the day. First $4,000 day I've had in quite some time, probably a couple years. I've had, some $3,000 days. I've had some, $2,000, obviously $1,000 days. But I don't usually trade with huge size, so I don't really have these like home, grand slam monster days compared to other people. Other people sometimes have $10,000 days, like we got the big chat room guys, but the lowly little trader like me to have a $4,000 day is a big deal. So I was at like 300 or $3,900, and I had to make one more trade to get it over there, and I barely cracked it. So I'm gonna stop right here. It's 1:20. I stopped around 12 o'clock and just want to do the video and just go over the trades for today. So my first trade of the day was CNIT. I went long here at 9:35, looking for, well, kind of the candle over candle in the daily. That's what I thought was going to uh, bring in the people, right? So we're going candle over candle. The break of 259, I was chasing a little bit. I got in at 273, and the momentum stopped, started to come back down, and I stopped out for a -3 on the trade. So lost $60 on my first trade. SHLD was my next trade. This one, it was a news play. They are going to accept Bitcoin payments, right? So you can kind of see this is the volume where the news came in. When I heard it, anything right now, Bitcoin, blockchain, whatever, it's going to move a stock, and that's exactly what happened here. So I went long at 339, got the pop up. I sold inside this pop. What did I sell at? 347. So a nice win there, about 8 cents, 2,000 shares, $160. My next trade was PTIE. This one really had high hopes for. Solid looking chart yesterday. I was hoping for the daily candle over candle. Got a pop up, VWAP held, and this next move up here. I went long because I thought it was going to happen a little bit earlier. I went long inside this for the candle over candle. Got to move up, and then it sold off, and it just hovered here. And then all of a sudden, big volume came in. I was very green. I had basically 3,000 shares on the trade, and then this candle happened. Boom! And that was just really unfortunate. It killed the momentum. I was very, very green on this trade. About, I want to say, up about $1,000 on the trade, and then all of a sudden this candle happened, killed the momentum. As you can see, it just hadn't recovered since then. And at that point, when this happens and it breaks, the level of where the move started, that's my sign to get out. And I just had to wait a little bit
BDX, Becton Dickinson, FDA,
let's
Warren.
get rid of that. Just had to wait a little bit to get an exit on it. I actually ended up selling, just hitting the market because of a news play, and the news play was CM. CM had some news out. I can't remember honestly what the news was. You can kind of see it right here. I took 4,000 shares at basically 1633. I want to say it was Bitcoin related or blockchain related. I can't honestly remember. But when I heard it, I just immediately sold my PTI, bought 4,000 shares of this, and it popped up, and I sold half at 1657. Over here, as it was coming back down, just wanted to lock in some profit. Sold the second half at 1644. Basically right here at the bottom of this pullback, and it actually ran after that. So I got out way early, but nice win for sure. I needed it to get back in the game after my PTIE loss. PYDS, this one I'm very, very familiar with. I know it can pop. I know it has resistance around 350, and I know it always drops. So when it hit my scanners, it hit my low float scanner here, blew it up. I tried to get filled right before it halted, and I got filled at 293. My whole strategy on this was, you can look, there's massive resistance in this level, right? If it breaks over, maybe 410, maybe someday we'll see this move up. But it's just a solid resistance here. So I was watching this out of the halt. I just wanted to sell above 3. I didn't care where. I was going to try to get a decent fill. As soon as it opened up, it was above 3. I hit the sell button, and I got filled at 323. Nice 30-cent win, $600. Got me back in the game. RMGN, this one was a 5-minute play. So as you can see here, we have this pop, and now here's the first pullback on the 5-minute chart. What I like to do is play the first time we go candle over candle, and that happened right here. It had the pop, pull back, and this is our first time we broke the high of the previous 5-minute candle, which was 219. So I went long. I missed the entry by a little bit. I got long at 224, right inside this pop. Kind of see the volume coming in right here. And I sold as soon as I could get a decent profit on it. Made about 9 cents on the trade, $180. And as you can see here, it was the right move because this one just fell apart as well. So CNET, this one was kind of a volume play, but also a kind of a high day play. They had a little bit of news out today saying that they hired someone. He's got a supposedly blockchain background, whatever, blah blah blah. A little bit of news, nothing special. I've been watching it for a candle over candle on the daily, which happened today, and which led to this thing continue going higher. This is the first time we got candle over candle on the daily. Double bottom here at 5, so it was due for a nice little move. This one I got in a little early because like I said, you can kind of see the volume coming in here. A volume pop happened, and we were going high day as well. So I went long at 573 right here. Got a huge pop up, got over $6. I tried to get a better fill than what I did, but I got out at 605, $6. That's a nice win there, 32 cents on 2,000 shares, almost $1,000 on that trade. Very nice trade. So my next trade here was CNET again. So we had the pop. Here's a pullback candle, and this is the first time we go candle over candle on the 1 minute. The momentum is still right here, going up. So pop, pull back, and I played the 1 minute candle over candle. Went long here at 619, got a quick pop up, and now we kind of double topped here. And I was kind of worried that it just wasn't ripping. Like this was a rip. It just didn't go anywhere. So I exited for about a 3-cent win there. NLST, this one was a news play, just supposedly a Bitcoin or a blockchain play, right? You kind of see the volume coming here on that news. It just stalled out. I took that 10,000 shares at basically 37. It just stalled out. It went to 38. I was green, came right back down, and it just lost the momentum. So I ended up selling for half penny loss. Not huge at all on 10,000 shares. My next play was CNET again. This time it was a VWAP play. So this line right here, this teal line, is the VWAP, and I wanted to see if we can get a little bit of a bounce off it. It broke $6, so a lot of people are going to have that as their stop loss. So it's going to flush out a little bit, flush down to the VWAP. I tried to get right on the VWAP. I didn't. Got filled at 597. Just looking for a quick bounce back over 6. That's what happened there, and I got a really nice fill right here at $6.15. This 620 was acting as resistance, so I just wanted to sell, get my profit, and wait for the next setup. So again, nice 18-cent win there, a little under $400 on 2,000 shares in about 2 minutes. So my next play was CNET again. This time it was okay. So we're trending down now. We hit the VWAP, pop up, and now we made a higher low right here. So I'm looking for first off, I'm looking to see if this higher low, the $6 level, will hold, and then I'm willing to try the next candle over candle on the 1 minute. So drop, popped up, drop again. This time it's a lower or a higher low than this drop, and which signals we could be reversing the move. Now maybe going back up. So I'm willing to try the next 1 minute candle over candle, so long as we hold this higher low. That happened in this candle. I went long at 608, popped up really quick to 632. I don't know if I was part of that move. I don't think I was. I think I actually stopped out. It popped up on me, and it looked like it came right back down. I think I stopped out, and I think when I stopped out, it ran. So the idea was legit. Um, I got my I filled over 608, which is the high of this candle, but it just didn't hold and the momentum wasn't there. So I got out, cut my losses. It did take off, but it could have easily just dumped on me. So it was again, it was taking a shot on it. It wasn't something I was super convicted on that this was going to work out. It ended up working out if I held a little bit longer, but you know, sometimes you win them, sometimes you don't. I did end up playing CNET again, same time. So I sold on the way down. On the way back up, I was going to play it again this time. I was looking for the 610 break. You can't see that inside this candle, but 610, there was a little bit of resistance there at the time. It looked like volume was coming in. I went long this time. It worked out. It broke that 620 level. I ended up selling 1,000 shares at 620, and it popped over that 620, and I sold the rest at 626. So you can see that that was a win-win right there for sure. JMEI, this one was just a volume play that I was trying to do, trying to get part of this momentum. Didn't work out for me, but I was okay with it. I only took 1,000 shares. It was hitting the scanners, daily candle over candle, and it had room, especially if it broke this level of resistance. I went long. Where is the time frame? 10:31. Right in here when it was hitting the scanners, and it just kind of stopped the momentum, and I stopped out basically break even. And you could see that if it would have held a bit longer, it definitely took off today. I don't know why, but nonetheless, didn't work out for me. So my next play was CNET again. This time we broke out over that 620 level here, pulled back again to the VWAP, and it was just playing the break of this little bit of a resistance level that we had earlier, 630. Volume started to come in. It was pretty obvious this thing wanted to move. I went long 2,000 shares at 629 inside this volume right here. We broke 630. It popped over 650, and that's where I sold at 652. So about a 22-cent win there, $440, 2,000 shares. CNIT was my next play. This one I had been watching for candle over candle the daily. It also had run in Sympathy to CNET last time, so I thought it would maybe do the same thing today. I went long here for the kind of the high day break. As soon as I went long, volume came in, worked out well. I was hoping for a $3 break. It didn't end up working out for me. Popped up and started to come back down, so I ended up selling on the way back down. Kind of see here, it just stopped, started to come back down. So wanted to lock in my profit, didn't want to go red on it. Ended up winning about 5 cents on that trade, $100. So CNET, this next play here was just a $7 break. That's all I was looking for. I think there was a lot on the ask at 7, so I just want to see if we could pop over 7 and run. I went long right here inside this candle for the $7 break. It did pop up and came right back down. So when it was starting to come back down, I just wanted to scalp it. Made about 2 cents, $40. DELT, this one's a former runner. First day we got candle over candle in the daily now. When it hit my scanners, I went long. I chased it a little bit, so I just wanted to get in, get out. The momentum stopped as soon as I got in. The bid never would build back up. It was people are hitting the ask, but the bid would never come as well. So I just ended up getting out +2 on the trade. FSNN, this one was kind of a daily chart breakout that I was very interested in. Looking for this key level of 408 to break. When it looked like it was going to do that, volume started to come in, and I went long here at 407, and I guess shorts were getting squeezed. I don't know. Nonetheless, it popped up, and I ended up selling inside this candle right here at 430. Definitely a nice win. I sold half, sorry, at 430, and when I sold the other half, 429. So nice win as it was coming back down. Never really got over that level, just kind of sold off from there. So that's why I just lock in my profits. You don't, if the volume starts dying off on these things, they're going to be done. So lock in the profits, find the next one. So CNET, this one was a candle over candle on the 5-minute. The last one didn't work out. I was thinking maybe it needed more of a pullback. So here's a pullback candle, and now we're going candle over candle on the 5-minute. Went long here. Just looking for a 7 $7 break. It didn't happen for me at that moment. Let's see, 11:05 right here is where I thought it would. So we had a bottom here at 82, bottom here at 86, and now we're making a higher low. I was thinking we get over 7, but the volume just did not come in. And I'm like, well, we're here at $7 and no one's buying it. So I just want to get out. I lost about 3 cents. It came back down, and then all of a sudden, just massive volume showed up in this thing. Don't know where it came from. It did end up ripping from there, but my play didn't work out, so cut it, lost about $60 on it, found the next one. So at this point, CNET was going nutso, so I was watching CNIT and CCIH, both other China plays that tend to move up with CNET. When CNET was getting that huge volume here that we just talked about, that's when I started to look at those two. You said the volume here, and it was going high day and showing up on everybody's scanner. So when that happenend, I was looking for high day on this one. Like I said, this area right here now, that 295 was key level. If that broke, I thought it had a chance to really move. Kind of see that it did. So I went long at 301, chasing it a little bit here. Popped up, and I really was hoping for it to get going. I ended up having to sell this one at 302 for, a penny win, but again, like I said, I wanted that one. I wanted to get in that one under $3 for the break of 3, and I was chasing a little bit, so I gotta cut those losses, or cut it really tight. CCIH was the other one I played in Sympathy. This one worked out a little bit better. I bought 2,000 shares as we're going high day. I bought another for 2,000 for the break of $3. As soon as we're breaking 3, I sold both. Right at 3. Again, the momentum just died and didn't really take off. I want to see it leave $3 behind it. It didn't do that for me, and coming back up to there. This is going to be resistance level for sure. This 250 I'm sorry, 316 level, 309 level. If we can break that, then you're into this window here. That's why I was willing to play it. It just didn't give me a lot, so I think I made maybe $20, $30 on that trade. CREG, another China stock, another Sympathy play. Has nothing to do with the other ones, but nonetheless, it has the word China in it, so it tends to move. It's a low float stock, one I'm familiar with. Someone in the chat room mentioned it. I took a shot at it. I was just hitting some scanners. I got in right here at 313, right there. Kind of, I guess that's high day. Yeah, high day break. Started to get some volume in it. Benzinga started to report on it, and once they report on it, it brought in some more volume, and I sold into that volume for a 10-cent win at 323, $200. CHCI, this one started hitting the scanners. This is the first time we were getting candle over candle on the daily as well. When I hit my scanners, I took a shot on it. Again, I'm well up on the day, so I'm willing to take these shots, these $60 shots, so to speak, risking $60 for a chance to make 200, and I'll do that all day long. And started to hit my scanners. I got in here at 186, chasing a little bit, and I sold inside this pop here at 194 cents, $80. CNIT, this one was a 5-minute play. Here's the pop, here's the pullback, and we go candle over candle. Also was kind of hoping to break $3 as it ended up doing, but just didn't hold and move fast. So I ended up selling for almost break even, maybe a loss of $20 there. SRAX, Benzinga reported that volume was coming into it. I jumped in real quick. Again, just taking these shots, willing to try them out. Here's the volume Benzinga brought in. Just kind of stalled here at the $6 level, and when that happened, when I saw the volume just give up, I got out -2, and as you can see, it was the right decision. So CNET, this one again, I played it a lot. Nice volume bar here, popped up, went high a day, I believe, again, and when that happened, I was going to play the 1-minute pullback and then candle over candle. Thought it was going to happen right here because this candle was really nice setup, and it just head faked us. So false break, got in at 793, looking for that candle over candle to break and move. Once it started to sell off pretty heavy, I sold. I lost about 7 cents on that, $140, and it dropped down to 767. So it could have been worse, but again, I'm up on the day, willing to take these shots. GSVC, this one, nice play for sure. Dropbox was registered for their IPO, and then it was reported that GSVC was had a stake in Dropbox, and I don't know much about them, but I knew that Bloomberg is reporting this or whatever, and I looked up, saw 21 million share float. This thing can move pretty quick. I went long right here, right before the volume spike. Got in for a high day break at 725, thinking that it'd bring in some momentum from Bloomberg. Sure enough, it did. Got this huge pop here, almost to $8, and I sold inside this pop at 726 for 40 cents, $800 on 2,000 shares. In my last trade, at this point, I was up $3,900. I really, really, really wanted that $4,000 day. Like I said, I hadn't had one in a very long time. So we get in this candle over candle here on the 1 minute, and I wanted to play for the break of $8 and thought it would get a little bit of a pop, enough for me to make 80 bucks. And chased it a little bit. This would have been a better entry right here. Chased a little bit for the break of 8. Got in at 798, sold at 802, 4 cents, and that was just enough to get me over $4,000. So that was a nice day for sure. If you have any questions on my trading style, you are more than welcome to come into my free Discord chat. I run it free throughout the day. It's great for beginners because not a lot of people have the money to get into the chat rooms that I subscribe to. I personally subscribe to, and this is a great first step in the door for trading. If you have questions, please come in here. If you're losing money, please come in here. I tell people all the time, it took me 2 days of 2 years of learning day trading before I was actually profitable. Actually, 2 years to learn. My third year, I was actually break even, and from then on, it was gravy. And we got a lot of people in here learning still, and they ask a lot of questions. There's no dumb questions. I'm here to help. I want to help, especially if you don't have the money for all those day trade chat rooms, but you're still trying to learn to day trade or swing trade. I'm here to help. We have some really good traders in here as well, and it's not all new traders. So if you're a seasoned vet, you're welcome in here, as we're always looking to add to our list of solid traders, any kinds. So that's in the link. The link for this is in the description below. Again, it's free, and I invite you all to it. So other than that, I will see you guys in the next video.